Yeah, okay. Today's gonna be a special. I don't know what to title this. I think this is gonna be titled Personal Chat. Today is Sunday. It's 4:25 p.m. Sunday, January 22nd. I'm a little bit backlogged because I'm uploading the Han videos, and I'm afraid to open up a separate browser to upload some of these videos that I've created that are gonna be uploaded a bit late. Hopefully, I will upload them when I wake up in the morning. I'm gonna be like still as motivated as I am today. But I'm also rendering some work that I did yesterday where I had to open up my window and I put up the webcam. So, but the reason I'm dressed like this, it's very cold. Once I opened up that portion of the window, I opened up a Pandora's box. The cold got in and ruined everything. I don't use the heater because, well, my computer sits right behind it. I'm afraid to burn anything. And also in my home, it's either too hot or too cold. There's no medium, so if the heater was on, it'd be very, very hot, and then it would be unbearable. So rather be a little cold. And for Charlie, I think he's fine. He has a coat of hair, and as you can see, I set up myself a little. I'm gonna finish drinking the wine that I purchased not so long ago, a few days ago. It's table white wine, and I took out a beer. I'm just gonna sit back. I'm gonna talk about a bunch of things. Um, well, talk, Oleg. Tell us something. We want to know what's in your mind. I think today was a really good day. I mean, it's very positive for me to find out that to hear back from Hi-Res Studios to give me permission. I think it's some kind of an achievement. It feels really good. I mean, it's very small, but I know I have an opportunity if I want to go crazy and try to make these tribes ascend super duper, really the most popular, most entertaining videos ever, and have advertisements and generate money, and indirectly promote the game. You know, it's something like video games on YouTube, especially like giving commentaries. Like there's a lot of successful people at it, and, you know, you can make a living off it. But I don't want to make a living off video games, to be honest. The Skyrim thing is pretty interesting because, well, because of Skyrim, I learned how to use Google AdWords, and where I can promote videos. I will do a tutorial at some point on Google AdWords because I wish I knew about it. You know, I wish I knew about something like this. Or then maybe so. Maybe I didn't have the money back then. Even though it is a bit expensive to run advertisements. But I plan to remedy that with just need to find a sponsor or just get an outside source to I need to start generating a little bit of money. So I looked into my Plenty of Fish account. Plenty of Fish is like in Canada and the United States, it seems like it's like an online dating website. There's many of them like that. This one, it's free, but you can pay. And I accidentally paid for a whole year. I intended to only pay for 1 month, and I ended up paying for the whole year. And even it said there's no, once you press this button, that's it. And I forgot to go over what exactly I was buying. And like I paid for a whole year. I'm a little bit disappointed. So I got on it. I updated my profile a little bit. I put up 2 pictures. Wait, let me find my mouse. And I created like I don't know if it's wrong, but what I found with plentyoffish.com was I've spent, I think about a year and a half ago, I've checked out like over 100 different profiles of girls, and I sent out a unique message to every single one of them to let them know I actually read their profile. I'm interested to find out more about them. I want to talk with them. I want to chat with them. I don't know. They look pretty. They're smart. It's so. So I decided to, once I found the first one, I decided to write a message, and then I figure I save and copy this message because it's, first of all, it makes my life easier if I can just copy and paste this message, because again, I don't want to be caught in a situation of spending 10 minutes looking at someone's profile, studying it, confirming I'm interested, writing this personalized, unique message to let them know, like, hey, I'm here, I'm a super duper guy, like, and no answer, no reply. They don't use it anymore, or they don't know, or just gave up on it. Who knows? It's like these profiles just exist. So this is what I wrote. Hi, it's been such a long time for me to sit here like a bum and browse people like I'm ordering food at a restaurant. Sounds kind of bad, I think. Not sure. You seem like a very pretty girl and smart. Would you like to chat with me sometime? I'm not to sound like a creep. My life is somewhat public. I do upload it on YouTube. Might spoil who I am and what I want to do in life, but it is there. I use Skype. My name on there is blah blah. My email address is blah blah. I hope to hear from you. Who knows, maybe you do not use this anymore. I have discovered that, yeah, many people's profiles are in hibernation mode, where they just simply moved on and figured it out and do not care about meeting others online. Hoping to hear back from you. A guy named Oleg. Catchy, yeah? I don't know. Maybe if somebody could suggest something better than that. I don't know, because for me to sit there and like look at everybody's profile, and it becomes so crazy, and it just makes me not believe in the whole system. Plus, I'm kind of, I don't know. Maybe I judge myself too much. But then it's a numbers game, and I'm in this minority group, because I'm in this minority group. Most people my age decided to party and hang out on New Year's. Let's just say, for instance, I decided to dress up as Santa and go around New York City. That already, like, that just puts me in a minority, because it makes me like this. I don't know, socially makes me like this very antisocial person, where I can't, I guess, be like everybody else, and I guess not give a shit. Because there is a very small demographic of people who, I don't know, who care a little bit more about them, or yeah, they care a little bit more about others outside of themselves. Most people, they very inside, they think about themselves. Every decision that they make, every choice that they make, it's only geared towards them, and that's how I think most people are. And of course, there's people who are like in gaming. And like in gaming, you have casuals. In life, you have most people. They just wanna have a good time, enjoy themselves, you know, find some work, and they want to, I guess, in a way, some stability, and I guess just be like everybody else, just go with the flow and keep things under control. There's a lot of order. Um, that's I don't know. I can't live like that. So that puts me at a very, again, more of a minority. So I did that. Hmm. Yeah. So then I've been sitting here ever since then, just thinking about it, thinking about things like love and how it's all important. It's just that I have this fear. I don't want to get stuck in like I don't want to be, well, not to offend anybody. I don't want to be that person that when they're, I guess, in their 40 or 50, they're just alone. Like, it's a very frightful thought. Or even older. It's so frightening. I don't know, it's a very frightening thought. And I guess nobody wants that. Nobody wants something like that, to just be alone and I also been thinking about Charlie. Charlie's about 13 years old. Now, the longest cat that has lived, the world record is 25 years old. So, in 1 year, Charlie's gonna be hitting the average lifespan of a cat. And I want to figure out a way where I could. Well, I have some time. He's not dying or he's sick. That he's any days, nothing like that. But I want to figure out a way where I can somehow capture him for when he does pass. Well, a way for me to remember him, because I don't think I have a good way, or I don't have that many pictures or videos or really. So one of the videos I did, which assuming everything goes to plan tomorrow, the video will be uploaded prior to this one. Sorry, I'm just checking my my upload status and my rendering status. I also there's somebody that I met off my first Skyrim video. That was very successful. He wrote a comic about heroes and I think about saving the world or fighting evil. Kind of like the whole Justice League, Spider-Man, not Spider-Man, like Spider-Man or Superman or Batman. Something of that type of genre. Genre is a category. That I checked in and I figured out, even though I might have sent him a really stupid message, he published and he set up a shop where you can buy the books. So hopefully I'll get them, and I'm gonna plan on reading through it. I haven't read a published material in quite a while, so I'm excited if he sends it to me. And then I want to do like a little, I don't know, like a little video about it, I guess. I haven't played games in about 2 days. Just either been thinking or uploading or rendering. But thinking about all this. Let me fix that light. Because I don't like that it's really bright if I move myself. I've been, where are my signals, Charles? I plan on not smoking this sometime soon. And once I have it figured out, once I was figured out, I don't know. I don't want to say anything about that just quite yet. But I've been thinking about smoking and pretty much smoking. It's such a terrible thing. Something like this should be outlawed. So nobody grows up thinking that something like this exists and that it's not cheap, but it's very accessible. And once you start with this, it's very hard to stop smoking. You just smoke and smoke. Most people just smoke and smoke. Of course, you have the casual smokers with everything. It's just, I guess I'm an extremist, so that's why I smoke a lot. But something like this should not exist. The way I see it is, if a baby is born into the world, from the moment it's born, something like this is outlawed, right? It's against the law to buy this, to I guess to buy it. Yeah, it would be against the law to buy it. So let's assume the baby's born in a family that does not smoke, might run into this in high school or something, or with other people. They might be, drinking, smoking, maybe smoking marijuana, or kind of that stage, I guess. Or I think for a lot of people, like smoking weed or doing other drugs, it's a stage. Most people just they would try something else and quickly move on. Obviously, some people don't move on, and it progresses into a disease, or it gets worse, and you do worse and worse and worse and worse in drugs. I know a little bit about that. So basically, that baby is going to turn into a child, a teenager, young adult, young adolescent, young adult, 20s, mid 20s, 30s, etc. Probably most of them will not even smoke compared to how many people smoke today. It's a very good social, on a big level of society idea. And the problem is money. Money, and there's a lot of people who have jobs because of this. Um, People who make this, manufacture it, sell it, marketing, um, advertising. Then you have all the stores that sell this, and they make a substantial income because of this. People who get jobs to go out in the street and collect something like this and throw it out so people don't see it, or it's it's intertwined, but I think it will at one point. But then you have to ask, what about cigars? I guess, because I mean, you get 20 of these per pack. You know what I need to do? I need to start recording this on YouTube instead of using this Logitech webcam software. Because right now I wished I would have been able to pause and just, I guess, gather some of my thoughts. And I can't because it's recording, and if I stop it, then I'll have to spend time editing it. That's, I guess, not so bad, but I have so much to do right now. And this is just, I guess, a personal chat. My goal, I guess, for some people to see this and maybe get an idea or a thought or just find it interesting, and for myself later in life to look back and say, this is what I was thinking about. I think that's what's going to be the idea behind a personal chat. I'm going to write it down because I need to get a little bit more professional, at the same time not lose the realism, which for the most part everything that's on here is, there's no acting, there's no staging, there's nothing is forced. So I see it as realism. I'm just gonna write here for myself and for others. Personal chat. Maybe I shouldn't even do anything really. Just relax. I didn't hear back from Oliver. That's okay. Hopefully my YouTube background's gonna be better. I'm changing it. Hopefully it's gonna be a little bit more meaningful and understanding for anybody who is into that kind of thing. And for myself, I guess there has to be a level of marketing and personality and uniqueness. I don't know, that's just, I guess that's just the culture. That's the culture of the YouTube right now, 2012. You need something like that, like a YouTube background, a YouTube avatar. These are just home movies of vast varieties of my life. Projects, recordings for the future, self-analysis, goal formulation, projection, personal issues, grievances, and video games. Maybe I should add something to that. Well, everything can fall under projects. A documentary, or I guess, what would you call my experience going to? I guess I have to reference it again. New Year's Eve with the Santa Claus costume. I still haven't forgot that experience. I think it's a very powerful experience that I think I still need to think a little bit more about and try to find, I guess, better ways to do it, really. I'm actually getting a little bit drunk. This might be like a drunk. I just smoked a joint, so I'm like a little bit high. I was just thinking about running for mayor 2 days ago. This would be terrible. But yeah, I looked at my town. There's 37,000 people who live in my town. There's been one mayor since like 1970s. It's been the same mayor for over 30 years. And he has grandchildren already. So he's a very I don't know how old he is, but he's up there. So over that time period, I'm thinking this in a way would be fascism. The same leader for over 30 years, and nobody seems to beat him. I mean, it's just in the United States, there's the two-party system. There's the Democrats and there's Republicans. There's nobody else. When I see that, I see that as an opportunity. Like, it's so easy. Like, just to go door to door and tell people, listen, if you have a problem, I mean, if you vote for me, if I win, I don't know anybody, I'm not corrupt, I'm not tainted. Tell me if you see something suspicious, or you feel like there's something that there should be done. On top of me seeing um, all the financials of the town, I can see where how much money's coming in, how much money's going out, and look for discrepancies and flaws that could be, some sort of a corruption, because there is a lot of cases from time to time that pop up of mayor goes to jail, or there's some scams happening because of, it's not perfect. This system that I see in the United States, it's not perfect. There's a lot of flaws with it. Um, a lot of people steal from the tax money, or they create like fake organizations or fake businesses, or they try to scheme certain things to go a certain way. And that just seems a little bit, well, odd. Um, that it still kind of goes on. So maybe the system is somehow rigged. Because seriously though, to visit 37,000 people and introduce yourself to, or have somebody else do it on your behalf, it would seem to would have worked or work. Um, I don't know. I haven't been to a single town hall meeting. I think I need to first go there. And my next plan after that, if I were to do that, would be to get the town's charter, which outlines all provisions, all requirements, all the rules of the town, including what's the proper procedure for running for mayor. So, Appeal, you answered me. Maybe I should get off and chat with him. What did he say? It's a joke. Oh, I think he's talking about something. Oh, he's talking about a hunt game. He's a very interesting guy. I think he's gonna watch this whole video. I think he'll be one of the people. No, but seriously, I need to figure out this whole. I don't know. This whole, I guess, a girl situation, relationship. I think you need something like that in your life. It's like a standard. You need. No, I have to say that I would understand if somebody was a homosexual, but for me, I don't know. I need a girl like that. It's interesting, homosexuality. It's a whole different. It's so complicated. You cannot explain something like that if you want to talk about people, or humans, or just the way we are. It's just. It's unexplainable. That's the only way I can explain it. I mean, yeah, I can go in details, but they wouldn't even chip the piece of ice off the iceberg. I don't know what's a better expression. It wouldn't. It would be less than 0.5 of what the details I have about something like that. But you know, we're people. Everybody's unique. Everybody has their own understanding of everything. You have to. You have to treasure that, respect that. I mean, the good and the bad. That's in some cases. Those should at least be the rules that everybody has to play with. And then what people do themselves, it's I don't know if it's human nature, or maybe it is like I guess the self-centered ego of the person, where they put themselves before anybody else, even in the most extreme situations. Well, that's what I think. Compassion and humanity seems to be the way to go about looking at people. For me, at least, it seems that way. It seems like I always have to remain humble. And in a way, I guess, sentimental. Not in a way, but in sentimental. For instance, this from my mother in Hawaii. This is a treasure. That's the only way to look at it. Yes, that would be the sentimental part. I guess the humble part is that's all I say. I get some smoke in my eye. Charlie. Oh God. That's Charlie for you. It's funny, I need to get a better webcam. This is something a little bit more appealing to me where I can just look at. It's just nicer to look at. I'm looking at this one. If I look up a little bit, I see 1.3 megapixel. I see exactly where the lens are. So if I look directly at the lens, you're going to see my eyes. Yeah, it's interesting. On the right, there's some other wording, but I guess I just want to. I'll get a better quality one. And Pompilio, if you're still here, yeah, I just need to get to the uploading. I mean, the shipping, uploading, shipping, same thing. To the shipping of your game. Just be a little bit patient. I'm just like, oh. Just wanted to say that. Yeah, you know what? I think I'm just gonna listen to music a little bit. Hopefully, this video will be the last video, and the videos before that are gonna be the ones with the I'm just thinking about it because I still need to do one thing. Well, I'm rendering one thing right now, but I need to render one more. Right now, I'm rendering the clip that's supposed to be 100 times faster, and 100 times faster of 12 hours should be 12 minutes. right? I hope so. You know, it's gonna be way off. It's gonna be 5 minutes, I think. That's how I did the math, and I couldn't figure out why, and I just saw the flaw. Because 10 times faster of 12 minutes was 1 hour and 20 minutes. That's 2 hours. No, that makes sense. Yeah, it should be about. It's just I don't know why the math came up wrong. You know what? I know why. I'm gonna rerun the math because look, this is the problem. The video is 1,360,339. Look, 1,360,339 frames. Now, I don't know how many frames per second it is, but let's say it's 30 frames per second. 30 frames. Just a second. This is actually pretty. Maybe this is going to solve my riddle. Because I'm not really sure how many frames each second is. I don't really know. So, but it said standard 30 frames per second. So let's just say that the video length is 30 frames per second. Alright, we divide by 30 seconds. I mean by 30 frames, giving us a total of 45,334 seconds. That's wrong. That's, I don't know what I'm doing. That's so incorrect. No, it is correct. I got the length. Wait a second. I got the length of 12 hours. Okay. 1,360,339 divided by 30 frames per second, giving us a total of 45,344. Now I don't know what that number is. That's not seconds? Because when I divide that by 60, I think I would get minutes. Look, if you divide this by 60 to find out the minutes, the number would be 775. Yeah, it is. It's 755 and that's something. Divide that again by 60 for the minutes each hour, you would get 12.59, which is 12 hours. So I increased the frame rate by 100 of 30, so 30 became 3,000, so I did 3,000 frames per second, right? So let's do 1,360,339, divide that by 3,000, and we would get 453. But that should be seconds. Oh no, that should be minutes. No, that should be minutes. No, it should be seconds. Yeah, that should be seconds. Yeah, I'm stupid. Divide that by 60 to get the minutes, and it should be 7 minutes and 6. Now, what do we do here? Does it tell us yet? No, it doesn't tell us. Okay, so it should be 7 minutes and 6 seconds, if I do the math correctly. Let me just show it to you. This is actually genius. So, the whole video length is 1,360,339 frames. Right? The video that I have imported in virtual dub has its standard for 30 frames per second. So it would have turned normally, it would have turned this whole video down to 45,344 seconds. Now divide that by 60, you get 755 minutes. And when you divide 755 minutes by 60, again, minutes per hour, there's 60 minutes per hour, and there's 60 seconds per minute, you would get 12, which is 12 hours. Now, I increased the speed to 3,000. Let me see if you can see that. I don't know what you're looking at. I have to figure it away. Yes. So I increased the frames from 30 to 3,000, and there I got myself, when I divide 1,360,339 by 3,000, I would get 453, which are seconds. Divide that by 60 to get the minutes, and it would be 7.6 minutes. Because, and I had to do this myself because the software doesn't tell me what it's going to be. It doesn't give me that projection. It's pretty interesting. That's like a software idea for somebody, or to contribute to a software. Anyways, I think I'm gonna go. It's 5:06 a.m. This is gonna be a small personal chat.